Hello and welcome back to RareRoo Crafts. I'm Sarah and today I'm on to share with you a video, a project that I have created for the hashtag Brightandprosperous 2021. So this is a collaboration hosted by Nelda from NeldasCrafts, Aisha from Young's Paper Creations and myself, Sarah from RareRoo Crafts. So the idea is that over the space of 8 weeks, we're going to upload 4 projects and it's crafter's choice each time, and it's just to inspire ourselves, inspire the community and get everybody crafting, get going the way you mean to go on with 2021. So with that in mind, my project this month has been to meet a number of things that I've been wanting to do, I've been meaning to do, and something that I needed to get done. I started this in a different collaboration and I'm finishing it in this one. So I have finished my Alice journal. I've called it Escape to Wonderland, entirely bonkers. And the reason that I was so desperate to get it done is because when I was trying to think of what to give my bestie for her birthday, because it was her birthday a couple of weeks ago, I am a bit late, she knows, I've already apologised. I wanted to give her something special because we've not been able to see each other, we've not been able to craft together, and I'm really missing her. I know that she's missing me too, so I wanted it to be something special, and I decided that what I was going to do was finish off my Alice lap book for her, and it does a few jobs. Then it ticks off. This was on my to-do list. It was one of my unfinished objects that I hadn't got around to doing, and that I wanted to get finished, and it gave me the opportunity to really put my heart and soul into it. I love it. It's not very often that I really love something I've created. I love this, and I wouldn't part with this for anybody other than Christine, because I just love it. I mean, it really has been a labour of love. So let's get started because it's quite a big journal. It is a junk journal, sort of lap book. It's loosely based on a lap book that Nick the Booksmith did. I will link her tutorial in the description box below this video. So it's very loosely based on that, but I've done totally my own things sort of inside. So on the outside, you can see that I've got these beautiful papers. All the papers from within this book I have bought from Etsy sellers. So again, if I can find the links, I'll put those in the description box below as well, in case anybody wants them. I have matte laminated them so that, if you spill a drink or something, it's not going to ruin the picture, because they're printed with inkjet. Obviously, if you get water on inkjet, it bleeds. And I found that putting the matte laminating pouches over the top just gives them a little bit of protection, which is nice. So I cut out one of the papers that I liked to use as the front. I made this Escape to Wonderland. I printed it off on my laser printer. I've got a black and white laser printer. So I printed the Escape to Wonderland, and then I've heat foiled it with a laminator and some foil. And then I've just sort of scuffed it all up a bit to make it look a bit aged, and I've put it on a gold piece of card on the background edge, like foiled, but again I've scuffed it up just with an emery board to make it look a little bit vintagey. I made an entire sheet of Alice related words, quotes, sentiments, that sort of thing, and I've used them throughout the book. I've just chopped them out. I've used scissors so that they don't look perfectly neat, and then I've inked around the edges, and I've layered them on this little bit of red cardstock which has actually come from an old file folder, and again I've used that throughout the book. On the spine, I have used this lovely wallpaper that looks like leather. It looks like black leather, with the stitched seam. This was just a sample that I picked up from B&Q, I think it was, ages and ages ago. They had this leather look wallpaper. In hindsight, I wish I'd bought a roll of the black and a roll of the brown, because I use it loads and I am running low. And then on the back, again, I picked another one of the really beautiful papers, and where I'd cut it off at the top here, there were sort of like half of images. So I'd got these that I think I just found these on Pinterest. Again, I just matte laminated them, inked around the edges, cut them out and inked around the edges, and then I've stuck them on so it looks like the cards that have come up and up to there. And I just think that's beautiful. And again, it's all matte laminated to protect it. Stray fluff there. So it's a lap book, so it opens out differently to a normal junk journal. Firstly, it opens like this, And again, I've just picked 2 of the papers that I really, really loved. I didn't want to go too bulky on these bits because there's a lot of bulk inside. So I just picked 2 bits of the paper from the various collections that I bought, and I've laminated them, inked them, and stuck them down on there. The sides of these journals, to pull them all together, I've used, this is just some fabric that I had in my stash that I thought went nicely with the project, and I've used that for the spines, both in the centre of the book and on these. So this is made by using 2 old encyclopedias, these were, and sort of cutting them up and building them together so that they build the lap book like so. So you're only going to like this if you like junk journals and that sort of thing. If you don't, you might not enjoy this, but I love junk journals, and I know that Christine does too. So I also made a tassel that actually, it hangs on the back, but it just hangs off of this spare thread that I put on the centre panel. I made a little eyeletted panel to go over the top that you can hang a book on. You could hang another book on it, but it was getting quite chunky, so I just thought it would be a good thing to hang the charm on. So the charm, I've made a chain, and I've just on there, I've made a little dangle with hearts and square beads, keys. See if I can get it in shot a bit better. I've got these lovely, that was an old, I think it was a necklace or an earring or something that had broken that somebody gave me, so I've added that on. Another key. This was actually something that Christine herself gave me, Have I Gone Mad, from Alice, so I popped that on there with the little clock. And then I've made a ribbon tassel using a beaded tassel cap, and some beads on the top there, and then loads of lovely fibres. So there's some tinsel trim in a different like eyelash trim in a different couple of colours. This beautiful one that my friend Tracy Susan sent to me, absolutely beautiful. I love that one. Thank you so much, Tracy. I love the trims that you sent me. And then I've got this lovely sort of netting with the bits of glitter on, a sort of gingham ribbon, and then this beautiful one that says the Queen of Hearts that I found in my local fabric shop when I first started making the journal, and I kept it for this project. So that's the charm that, you know, hangs over the back, but it's quite nice that you can slide it up and down here, because it means you can still lay the journal completely flat. This isn't underneath being bulky and getting in the way. You can just sort of lay it out the way there, and your journal's still completely flat. So we'll start at this end. Now, if you watched Crafty Michelle's Alice in Wonderland collaboration, you will have seen bits of this already, because I did get so far into the project. So this little folder here I'd already made, and I'd started on this one, but I'll give you another quick flip through for those that didn't see it. So I used an old file folder, and I made a little opening out file. I've put a little pocket on the front there, and that's got little bits of ephemera, if I can get it out, on the inside there. I put an image, again, I bought a set of images from Etsy of the original images coloured in, so I used one of those on there. There's some papers here and there that I got from a magazine. They came free with the magazine, and some little bits of ephemera. Now, they were really shiny, that really shiny card, so which didn't really go with the album. So what I've done again is take an emery board, rub some of that shine off, and then just distress it with some distress ink, and it just fits the project a bit more that way. Tickets, again, these are just bits and bobs that I've bought off of Etsy. I just searched Alice in Wonderland digital papers and Alice in Wonderland ephemera on Etsy, and a ton came up. I got these beautiful cards. I think, again, these might just have been freebies. I have got some links to some freebie stuff as well, so if I can find those, again, I will put them in the description box. If I forget, or if there's any that I haven't put in there, you can always just ask me. Then these are little heart things that they came from the word strips. I just made some hearts and things on them as well before I printed them. And again, like I've got here, Entirely Bonkers, Mad Hatter on that one. These little stamps were little stickers that I got from AliExpress ages and ages and ages ago. And then on the inside, I've got some pockets. Oh, I've just seen there's a pocket there without something in it. We need to put something in that pocket. We might redistribute something into that pocket. All I've done is taken some of the papers and I've glued it down. I've punched a hole there so that makes a pocket, and then I've done another slightly smaller one with this beautiful picture of Alice on there, and then we've got the bits that go in. And then I made a little book, which again is on an elastic in the actual folder. This was a paper that came free with a magazine, and I've tea dyed it. And then I've got, these are some of the bits that I bought from Etsy, and I've just been making bits of ephemera or bits that came in the magazines I've distressed up, and then I've sewn. So this sort of side I did quite a lot of sewing on. In fact, I've done some sewing throughout the book. So I sewed that little pocket on the front of the paper there, and you can see here where it is. And I've tried not to make it too perfect so that it does look sort of junky and vintagey. I've then cut out Alice from one of the papers, and I've stuck her down, and I've really sort of distressed around the edge of her. And then we've just got some various different tea dye papers. So I've got some plain, some lines, some graph type paper, and I've got a couple of sets of Alice in Wonderland themed stamps. I've got this little set that came in a magazine, and then I've got this little set that I think I got from AliExpress. So I've used those throughout, and I've also got these lovely locks and keys as well, which I thought went quite nicely with the theme. So on sort of every other page, I've just stamped one of the little images, just to make it look cute. I've got this washi tape sticker that came in a sticker pack from Ali, so I put that one on there, and then I liked that one, so I just stuck that one on too. And then I made like a little pockety thing. I'm trying to think of the shape, but I can't think. So I just made this little pocket, and again it's just full of bits of ephemera. A lot of the ephemera is Alice themed, so again just from Etsy, and it just gives nice places to write on, or to put photos on, or whatever it is you want to do, or just look at it. I just like looking at it. And then on the back of the book, I put a little fabric pouch that I'd made. I've stuck this little flag that says nonsense. It's got a bingo ticket and some Alice tickets in there. And then a bit of the ribbon I just stuck along the bottom. And then I've made like a little tuck spot just on the side here using the one of the pieces of ephemera. I've just sort of glued it down just on the two sides, and then I've stuck in there various bits of ephemera. These cards are actually Christine's. She gave them to me to have a look at to see if I wanted to get some, and I thought it would be quite cute to give her them back, sort of interspersed in her album. I've just noticed that's come up a little bit. I think I've probably got too much in that pocket. Just leave those out for a minute, because I've just popped a little bit of glue just to reset that piece, and then I'll pop those back in once it's dry. On the back of there, I vintaged up an old envelope, and I fussy cut these beautiful roses out from one of the papers, and did a little stamp up the top there. And then it says Wonderland if you open it up, and inside again we've got some bits and pieces of ephemera, some little journaling cards, that sort of thing. On the side here we've got these little tickets, which again are like tuck spots. We will leave something in there. Empty out the other pocket a little bit because it was a bit too full. So I've just taken a row of tickets, and again I've stuck them on three sides just so that it's a little space where you can tuck things in. And then behind that we've got another sort of bigger pocket. It is it's got expandable sides on it, and again in there I've just added in some ephemera, but lots of bits of the ephemera were bits of papers that I had left over, and I just rounded the corners, cut them into nice sizes, rounded the corners, and distressed them up a little bit, and I think that worked really nicely. So that's that side. And close that back up, and we will pull the middle bit in, and in here I did a bit that sort of folds out in various different ways. So on the front page we've got a couple of side pockets. Again I used one of the pieces of paper. I've got various bits of stickers and ephemera and stuff stuck around to add to that lovely vintage-y feel, and I've again used one of my little words, and it's got just tuck spots for places, bits of. This is just a bit of writing paper, if I can open it up. So she could just use that for journaling on. And that goes back in there. Then if we open it out this way, we've got 2 pages. So we've got, first of all, on this side here, we've just got various little pockets. I used a piece of book music text to cover the backing card in, which I thought was really, really nice. And then I've just made various tags. Some of them I've put little bits of trim and stuff on, and they will stick out the top of the book, which I always think looks cute. This is just like a ticket I cut out of the paper. I've put a little piece of the ephemera, which I've backed on some manila card for her, and then I've put off with her head because I thought that went really well with the image. And again, it's just various bits of ephemera stuck in. And on some of the ephemera, I've done things like add little staples, you know, just to make it all look vintagey. Then on this side, it's another little fold out. So this is just, I've put some of my handmade ticket stickers. There is a video on my channel on how I made those. Nice and easy. And then I thought, you know, you could stick a picture on there or do a little bit of journaling because it's quite plain in places. Open it up, and again, we've got another nice sort of plain page just with some of the nice washi stickers, Alice sticking out from behind them. That was just something that I'd printed off the internet, and then again, that was a little strip that I made just on my printer. And then on the other side, we've got a foreign text page, which I always love anything with foreign text. I've backed one of the pieces of ephemera and stuck that down, and I've made a little tuck spot in the corner here. That opens out again that way. And on this side, we've got a whole page full of tags, which I really love. So she can write on the back, or you know, put a sticker on the back. She could just use them as tags and put them on gifts and things. This was actually a whole set that I bought from Poundland at Christmas time. Obviously, it was meant as little, you know, Christmas tags, but the thing that held them fitted perfectly on the page. So I just thought, ideal, nice, easy. I've vintaged all the tags up. Every single tag has got a little sticker, and they've all got little slots that they sit in, so they sit nicely and they stay in place on the album. And I've used lots of my washi stickers to add really lovely pictures to all of those tags, which I just thought that was really lovely. And then on the back side here, I've made a side tuck spot using those beautiful roses again. I've fussy cut and inked all the edges and layered them. This is actually the paper that they came from, I think. I think it was slightly longer. I've layered them over the top, over the side of that piece of paper. So that page on its own is beautiful. But then you've got the little tuck spot, and you can add in all your bits of ephemera. I've got these lovely library cards that I think they are actually We Are Memory Keepers ones. I found them in a charity shop when we were on holiday a couple of years ago, and I've just tea-dyed them and added some of my that's one of my stickers, and then some washi stickers, and then there's just an extra card there, and they just tuck into that little tuck spot and they stay nicely in there. So that's that side. Then over onto this side, we have got, I'm just thinking I might have missed something. Oh yeah, I didn't show you this bit. So that's all of that side, and then it opens out the other way as well. So it opens out here, and on this side I've got some nice deep pockets, which I've added some tags or bookmarks, whatever you want to use them for. Again, some long strippy pieces of ephemera. That she could make her own journal with the amount of ephemera that I've put in here, if she wanted to. This is a die cut. Again, it's actually one of Christine's dies that she lent me, so I made a little die cut to sit in there. And then we've got this lovely little clear pocket, and all of the ephemera sits inside that pocket, which I just like the fact that it's got a little bit of acetate. And then we've got the white rabbit with a little clock, and I've put some staples on that, and then I've just put white rabbit down the bottom there. And then on this side again, I've done a nice big pocket, just using one of the postcards, and I have made another little book that you can use for journaling in, but the papers are all loose in this one. So you open it up, and it's like a little wallet of invoices. So I got some invoice paper and some like ledger paper, and I tea stained it all, and I've put various bits of paper. Again, I've stamped on some of them. I've added some of the stamped stickers on the invoice bits, and I just thought that was really nice in this really grungy tea stained little folder that I've made. And then I put this piece of ephemera again on the red and just popped it on just because it sort of really matches in. And then I made a really big tag with a piece of leftover paper with the white rabbit, and I've put some lovely trims just on the top there, and they just slide in that little tuck spot like that. And we've got again, that's another die cut that says "We are all mad here." Again, that's one of Christine's that I borrowed, so I've made one of those. So that really is it for that side this time. Just tuck that one in a bit. So if I move this one over, you can see that this is a huge project. Like I say, it really has been a labour of love. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed making this. I made another little book. This time this was actually a piece of like cartridgey paper that I was using as a mop-up piece when I was making some paper flowers, and I just thought the textures on the paper were so beautiful I didn't throw it away. So you can see the sort of flowers on it, and I've used it to make a little book, and I've used the scrap of that leather paper that I've used on the spine to make the spine of this little booklet. I made this little tuck tag, again just to pop some ephemera in, and it says the Queen of Hearts on the bottom of it, and it's obviously got the heart grid, and that's just got various bits of ephemera, a little bit of that Queen of Hearts ribbon, which I've used some of those lovely brass staples on. Inside, I've kept it quite simple. I've just done a little tuck spot on the side there for some tags. I've used a circle punch and cut out the white rabbit, and again put white rabbit there. I've sewed this all together. Down the centre, I've put some of this really nice sort of checkered washi tape, because it was coming apart a little bit after I sewed it, because if you sew fragile paper with I forgot to change the stitch length, so it was a little bit too close together, so I've used the washi tape to reinforce that spine. I've added in some bingo tickets, which I thought were really cool there, which obviously have been tea stained as well. And again, it's just various bits of papers, some of which I've stamped, some I've added these little tabs using the washi tape too. That was a paper from a journal. A little invoice sheet, like a little receipt ticket thing. Again, I've tea stained that. So just lots and lots of nice papers. Again, I thought that was a really nice one that she can use for journaling if she wants to. And then I've got this little envelope here, little lunch envelope, which I've just distressed, and I've put a little image of Alice on there. Again, some of the washi tape and a little bit of paper that I just got left over, so I flagged it. And I've used a bit of the paper there, and again some of the washi tape down the back of the spine there. So that's that book. And then this page I kept really simple because it was starting to get quite bulky, and I want her to be able to write and, you know, add bits of things in if she wants to, and if I bulk it out too much, she's not going to be able to do that. So I just made this lovely little, it's a deep pocket that I've used to put some big long tags and things in, again with all these fantastic trims so they all stick out the top of the book, because I think that is a lovely look. And then on the front of the pocket, I've actually sewed on a piece of paper, but I made these little slits in it, like that. I think this was actually from Nick the Booksmith's tutorial, and I've just used those to make little like slots to, you know, pop your bits of ephemera in, like that. I just thought that was really cute, and it didn't add too much bulk, and it, you know, you got to see this lovely paper. Again, I've put some of my little words, little bits of washi tape, some of those stickers. I've got this tiny little bit of envelope at the top here, which is all battered and torn, and it's got a little tiny playing card in it. And then finally, if we that book goes down like that and like that, if we come to this end, I'm going to spin it round, and you can see that I've made a little concertina envelope thing. Again, this was, I didn't entirely follow Nick's tutorial, but that was where the idea was from. And I've made this little concertina. I actually used a concertina file folder that I'd got, and I've just cut it all down and made it fit what I wanted it to fit. So it's just a fold out little concertina envelope, and I've put loads of the offcuts and scraps of the paper so that she can either use them to journal on, or she can just use them in her crafts, whatever she wants to do. So this is just full of all of the leftovers and, you know, journaling cards that didn't fit anywhere else in the book. And then this little pocket here, I've got loads of the leftover tags and bits of ephemera, all just in that little pocket there. We've got a little pocket on the front here which has got some ephemera which has just slid down out of sight. Put my fingers in to get it. Got a couple of bits of the these were from the magazine that I've just distressed and aged. And then I stuck one of the lunchtime envelopes, the cash envelopes that the kids take to school with their dinner money, stuck that on the side here. I've put some stamps on it. I've put one of the little stickers, "We're all mad here," that came from the paper collection from the magazine. And then I've just made a couple of pieces of ephemera that just fit in there. And then I've got this lovely washi tape. Now I can't remember who sent me this. This was actually on a parcel that somebody sent me, and I loved it so much that I really gently pulled it off, and I've used it on the bottom of here because I just think it looks fantastic. And then I've put a couple of bits of ephemera on there. I made this little tab bit to you know, for the cord to wrap around, and I've put a little drink me tag on there, and it wraps around this brad down the bottom here. In hindsight, I probably would have done 2 of those, but I didn't until it was too late, so the brad was the only thing that I could think of that would work for that, but it works quite well actually. And then that it all sort of has to fold together in the right way, so the book sort of folds towards this page, that folds together like that, so that you've got your 2 back to this point, fold it together, making sure that your tassel is out of the way, and there we go. Escape to Wonderland. Like I say, I absolutely love it. If you stayed to watch the whole thing, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I hope that Christine likes it as much as I do. I'm going to go and get it wrapped up now, and I'm going to drop it off to her this evening. Do a distanced doorstep drop so that she can have it, and hopefully she'll know that I'm missing her, and you know, I can't wait to see her again and craft together. So for me, this was really inspirational because it filled the purpose of showing my friend how much I care for her and how much I miss her. It finished off one of my unfinished objects, which is a definite goal for me for this year, is to finish off some of my projects and use up a lot of the stuff that I've already got in my stash. I didn't buy anything new, you know, other than the stuff obviously that I bought when I originally started this. I've finished it with what I had in the house, which has been really, really fantastic. And obviously I'm hoping that it's going to give you guys some inspiration, you know, for junk journaling. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget that this is a collaboration. There are a ton of other people who will have a really wide and varied selection of projects for you to see today. So don't forget to go down into the description box below this video and hop along and see what they've been creating. That's it from me for now. I will be back later in the week with some other projects that I've got in mind. I've got a B&D Crafts haul to share with you, and that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at it. Thank you so much for being with you. Thank you so much for everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.